Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ooblets. Now, I don't know about you, but I've always wanted to know which crops are the best to grow to make the most gummies without actually having to craft any of the recipes. Well, today I'm going to find out. I have 20 fully upgraded ooblet houses complete with all the ooblets needed to run them, and I'm going to fill all 160 of the spaces these houses create with the same crop. And then I'm going to do it for every crop. I'll harvest them all and sell them all to see which one of them makes the most money. Now, before we can do this, we're going to have to do some math. Up on the screen is the math equation that will be used to decide what the best crop for daily profit is. All I have to do is take the total made, subtract it by the total spent, and then divide that by the amount of in-game days it took for the crop to grow. Now let's take a look at all the crops this game allows you to grow. We can now see there are a total of 14 of them. Now let's see how many days it will take each crop to grow. And of course, we need to know the base price for each one of these seed packets. We then times that by the 160 slots we need to fill, and we have the total price of each of the crops. I'll even add all of them together so you can see how many gummies this experiment of mine is going to cost me. With that out of the way, I guess we should get going with the first plant on the list, the cloth plant. Cloth plants can both be grown and also found as a forageable around Badgetown. They are used to craft the sprinkler and to craft the oob coops. If you want to upgrade the oob coops, you will need even more cloth plants. They are also needed to complete some of the quests, such as repairing your house and repairing Gimbal's balloon. Okay, clothlets all planted. You can see the ooblets working away. There might be a bit of delay because these guys have to till the ground, but shouldn't be too bad. And in 3 days, I'll cut back in with the crops fully grown. Oh yeah. Okay, not all of them are quite harvest, but they're getting there. Look at all of these cloth plants. We got 160 cloth plants from this, meaning you only get one per seed. Now cloth plants sell for 10 apiece, meaning we get 1,620 for selling them all. Subtracting that by what we spent and dividing that by the days it took to grow means we actually lost 1,167 gummies growing this crop. Of course, the cloth plants are only one of many, and up next we have the fluty flower. You can get fluty flower seeds from pulling weeds at your farm. They give you 8 slurry in the reconstruder. The plant can be turned into both fluty caraca and fluty sauce, both of which are used in multiple cooking recipes. Alright, and I'll see you guys in 4 days when these guys are done growing. Another one finished. I love how it all looks. Oh, we got a few little stragglers there, but that's okay. They'll be coming along shortly. We got a total of 640 fluty flowers from our original 160 seeds. Each of them sells for 5 gummies, giving us a total of 3,200 gummies. Adding that to our math equation, we get 520 gummies per day, finally starting to make some profit. And up next we have spring beans, so let's get all of these guys into the houses. You can sell spring beans at both Meads and Cuddle Cups, with you getting 3 extra gummies per bean at the cafe. They produced 4 slurry and can be used to make ground spring beans, which is then used for bean juice. Right, spring beans are all planted. They take 5 days to grow, so I'll cut back in when they're done. All the spring beans are finally done. I have a few that they're still harvesting, but should all be harvested by the time I gather all of these wonderful looking spring beans. We got 480 spring beans, and each of them sells for 6 gummies, making for a total of 2,880. This means we made 384 gummies per day while growing these guys. Next on our list is carrots, so let's get them inside the houses. Carrots are mostly used for different recipes. They can also be reconstructed for 3 slurries, and are one of the Plenty's bulk orders. All the carrots are planted, and they don't take long to grow, so I'll be cutting back in pretty soon. So many carrots, and apparently some obsidian, because we always have that too. You only get 160 carrots, but they do sell for 7 gummies apiece. This means you can make a total of 1,120, which leads to a daily profit of 213 gummies. With the carrots done, it's time to plant some sweet berries. Sweet berries give you 10 energy when you eat them, and their seeds can be pulled from weeds and also be given to you as a gift. You can get 3 celery from them, or make them into fruit juice using the cruncher. You need sweet berries to fix the friendship sticker printing press, and the sweet berries can also be one of Plenty's bulk orders. Now sweet bees take 3 days to grow, so I'll see you then. Sweet berries, so many sweet berries. Another crop producing 160 drops. These guys sell for 11 gummies each. We got a total of 1,760 out of this adventure, meaning we made 320 gummies per day. But we're not done yet, as we now have lollipollyflower, something like that, to plant. To get these seeds, you have to extend mead seeds using the wishy well. You can get 4 slurry out of them, but their biggest uses come in completing friendship tasks. Rugula will request lolliflowers, and Mead will ask you to plant some. Yeah, now, these guys take 7 days to grow, which is one of the longer ones, so, see you in a while. We've got lolliflowers now, and lots of them, so I'm just gonna race by here and make sure I get every single one of them. We get 1 per seed with this guy, and they sell for 24 apiece. This gives us 3,840 gummies, which translates to 320 gummies per day, the exact same as the sweet berries, only sweet berries don't take nearly as long to grow. Now to plant some muzz. You can eat muzz for 6 energy, or reconstruct it for 3 slurries. Its main use, though, is to make muzz flour, which can then be used in multiple recipes. Now muzz is one of the faster ones to grow, only taking 2 days, so I'll see you then. We have muzz and a lot of it. Surprisingly, muzz only drops 1 per crop. You can gain 5 gummies per muzz sold, which means you only get 106 gummies per day, making this one of the lowest so far, excluding the debt-creating cloth plant, that is. Now let's plant some pampa-dote seeds. What are the uses of this plant, named after a hairstyle? Well, you can get 4 slurry out of it, and even more useful, you can make it into pampa-dote juice, which is used in multiple different cooking recipes. Okay, all of them are planted. See you in 5 ooblet days. Alright, we got all our pampa-dote, so let's gather all this up. I got the usual 160 with this one, which I will be selling to Mead for 26 apiece. This gives me 4,160 gummies, which means I made 576 gummies per day. So far, this one is our highest earner. But we still have quite a few left to do, including the zinca. The Cinquios replenish 10 of your energy and reconstitute for 4 slurry. They are also needed to create the Zinco cake. Zinca planted, see you in 4 days. As expected, there should be a lot more zincas than anything else, because I'm pretty sure these are a multi-drop, so you harvest more than 1. I got 480 with each one being sold at 9 apiece, meaning I made 4,320, with this leading to a profit of 680 gummies per day. Looks like we got a new leader. We still have a couple plants to go, such as the fartichoke seeds. Fartichokes give you 30 energy to eat, and can only be found at the stand in Mammonia. This crop is one of the ones that can be sold in bulk at Plenty's bulk orders. Okay, fartichokes are planted. I'll see you in 6 days. The fartichokes are finished. Yay! Despite this being another 161, this one does give us the most out of the ones we've already done, with me giving me 30 gummies per plant. This gives us a total of 4,800. Despite this seeming to be the most we've earned so far, the Ponodont keeps their lead, with us actually only making 587 gummies per day with the fartichokes. So now let's see how that compares with the Fwep, or however it's pronounced. There isn't much to say about this berry-like crop. It's one of the 3 found in the Nullware stall, and it's used for a few of the recipes that came in that update. Now we just wait 4 days for them to finish growing. Look at all of the berries. It fills the screen. It's so beautiful. Now, this is the first one where we hit the thousands in daily profit. This is also the one where we get the most from our 1 seed, with our total coming to 960 being collected. Selling at 12 apiece, that means we made 11,520 gummies, which translates to 1,920 gummies being made per day. Still, we have 3 more plants to go, including the hyperglobe. Another crop that can be bought only at the stand in Nullware. This one can be reconstructed for 30 slurry. It also gives 100 energy and is needed for catching some of the ooblets in the Nullware area. And just like that, all our hyperglobes are planted, and they're going to take 7 days to grow. The hyperglobes! So many of them, and also a lot of obsidian, because I now have a lot of gloomies. You may only get 1 plant from each of these seeds, but those plants are worth 180 gummies each, giving a total of 28,800 gummies. That translates into 3,200 gummies per day, putting the hyperglobe well in first place. Guess it's time to find out how the dreg plants compare. The final of the Nullware crops, this one is another that is needed to dance battle certain ooblets, as well as to craft some of the Nullware recipes. Alright, they're planted, and now we wait the 6 days to see what profit we make off of them. Alright, we've got all of our dreg plants, as well as obsidian, as always. This one is an interesting one when you compare it to the hyperglobe, because the amount made per day is exactly the same. It is 3,200 gummies, despite the sell price for this one being 20 less, at 160 gummies per drop. This is because the dreg plant takes less time to grow, making this one slightly better than the hyperglobe. We've now made it to our last crop, the spark flower. The second and last of the Mammonia stand plants, the spark flower gives you 4 slurry and is an ingredient in the Mammonia macaroon. In 5 ooblets days, we'll be able to get the final results of our little experiment. We did it! This is the last one, all fully harvested and grown, so we're just gonna race about and collect them all. This is our final plant, and the one that gives us 320 drops instead of the average 160. Each drop is worth 20 coins each, making for a total of 6,400 gummies. This means our daily profit drops back down to the hundreds, with us making 960 gummies per day. And that's all of the plants. On screen now is a list of all the plants in order from the best to worst to sell at face value. It is my opinion that the dreg plants are the best, and I think no one will argue with me that the cloth plants are a terrible idea to grow if your mission is to make a profit from selling straight to meads. In case you're wondering, mead gave me a total of 98,033 gummies, which when you subtract the amount spent means I made 65,075 gummies total. Was it worth it? Well, you'll have to let me know in the comments down below. Did you guys find this useful? Would you like me to do more ooblet guides like this one? And if so, which ones? I'm always open to constructive feedback. But for now, this is all I've got time for. I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!